Okay, my hair looks kind of gross. Ignore that. Hi, my name is Miriam. I go by Miri on the internet. I'm a 17-year-old editor. And right before we get started, here are all my socials. Guys, it's been a while. I think the last video I uploaded was like a month ago. In my defense, I've been busy. Like really busy. I've moved. If you couldn't tell, setup is new. I have no setup. My bedroom is new. And I've also had like a lot of internships. Like I'm busy this year, guys. I have 300 internship hours to do. Anyway, I wanted to do an undercover, but undercovers take a long time and a lot of work, and I have to have like a full week free to film. And I don't have a full week free to film. I'm not gonna have a weekend free until like the second weekend of December at least. So you're gonna edit with me. Let's get into it. Okay, firstly, guys, look. Isn't that adorable on my headphones? I find it so cute. I forgot to mention, my microphone, like, died. If you remember from my last video, I entirely lost my microphone audio, and I had to use my phone recording. I don't know what happened to it. I think the cable is broken because now it doesn't even like record sound. It's just really annoying, like high-pitched static. So we're just gonna have to deal with my phone's camera quality audio. Anyways, here's After Effects. I was editing today. If you guys want to go check it out, it's on my main. Today we're gonna be editing Enid Sinclair. So we're gonna be editing for my A Girl Goes Guide to Murder account, since it has a lot of Emma Myers fans, and Emma Myers fans also watch Wednesday. I don't know how I'm explaining the logic of what account I'm uploading to. Anyways, let's create a new project, new composition. I've been trying to lower my frames per second because I like how laggy it looks. So I tried lowering it to 15, but 15, for like certain audios with like the beats and stuff, it's a little too few frames. So I lowered it to 18, see how that looks. Also, I'm using the song Fame is a Gun by Addison Rae. So I'm going to be editing only season 2 Enid, because that's what I'm gonna be editing only season 2 Enid, because like season 2 Enid's like popular and stuff, and I think it's what makes the most sense to have that audio too. I've had this idea for a while. I just haven't done it yet because I want to do it for you guys. By that I mean I didn't want to film another undercover, and I want to film an edit with me, and I had this idea and I thought it might be fun. I don't know how you guys mark beats. I don't know if you just watch the edit and like mark as the clips change, but I like to go frame by frame and mark it when I like to go like this. It might take longer, but it's usually more accurate. Guys, it's really cold right now. Actually, I'm gonna check. It's currently 14 degrees Celsius. Why is it so cold? It's cold. I'm really cold right now. Also, there was a spider in my house yesterday specifically, and it's like this big. It's been freaking me out. I hate spiders. So if I seem paranoid ever at all at any moment in this video, it's because of that. Do you guys want to see if my After Effects is gonna crash? It's been crashing a lot lately whenever I try to import my scene packs. Oh, it didn't. My goodness. The other day it usually crashes when I try to import my Madeline McGraw scene packs, but also I have like 400 videos of her. So, like the other day it crashed while I was trying to import my Laura Raj scene packs, and I might have like 100 videos of her. I don't have that many. And it crashed. I'm gonna find the intro scene I want first, because I do remember like what scene I want, but I can't remember if it's an actual scene, if I just made it up in my head. So I'm gonna find that scene first and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so I couldn't find the exact scene I wanted. It's like, I genuinely cannot remember if I made it up or not, but it's like a scene of Enid telling Wednesday, like, oh, just because you don't want to appreciate the fame we have now doesn't mean the rest of us don't want to. I can't find it. I'm too lazy to keep searching. It's been like 10 minutes. So instead, I'm using this scene, which is perfect because this scene right here is the first one. I don't know why I'm pointing at my screen right here, like you can see it, but this scene is the one I wanted to use first anyways, because it goes perfectly. Like, Fame is a gun, and she's like, paparazzi pictures. It's not paparazzi, it's fans. I didn't go to school today, and because they're on strike, and I think it's messing with my brain. Wednesday tells her, like, watch out for like anyone watching us, and she's like, who isn't watching us? And then and then it goes perfectly. Okay, I already have like some transitions in mind because I decided I want this also to be kind of transition. There's gonna be like a flip here between these two, and then these two as well. And then the rest of it I think is just gonna be normal because I get lazy. And then over here I want to do like a bunch of like aesthetic Enid pictures. Well, no, pictures of Enid's aesthetic. There we go. But I'll worry about that later. Let's go ahead and scrub through. I saw a scene earlier that I wanted while I was looking at this. Let's go ahead and choose scenes. I know that like this is random, but I've been watching a lot of like Lauren's, like any videos that Lauren has of like edit with me's, and I know that she like the way she goes through scenes is so weird to me. Because this is the way I do it, right? I open it here and I just scrub through until I find a scene that I want, and then I cut and I import. The way she does it, however, she like she puts the scene pack on her timeline, and then she like does this. Wow, she does this to, like scrub through it. Why isn't it? I don't know why it's not doing it. There you go. She does like this to scrub through it, which I find weird, but this because like this is how I got used to doing it. But alas, I am not Lauren, unfortunately. I would love to be Lauren. But here we are. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to go from this scene to strawberry scene. Like the scene of her eating strawberry. Okay, hold on. I think if I cut here. Yeah, so it's gonna be like, I've done this transition before and I might put it up on screen just to explain what I want better. But it's basically like this is gonna be in 16.9. It's gonna be over here and it's gonna like linear wipe up, and this one's also gonna be 16.9. It's gonna be next to it. It's gonna linear wipe down, and over here is like the beat where it says "Fame is a gun." So there's gonna be like a little gun PNG. Why am I pointing at the screen? You can't see it. There's gonna be a screen recording, but you can't see exactly what I'm pointing at. There's gonna be let me use the mouse. It makes more sense. There's gonna be like a little gun PNG in between the middle of them. And then I wanted to flip, but just now I just remembered that I wanted to go from this scene to the scene of her eating the strawberry. So there's some more movements. I think what I can do is, I don't know, I'm already planning transitions out right now. You're not gonna be able to see anything till I actually do it. But if I use the spotlight effect, I think I can do this and then go to like slide into her face, spotlight effect, and then use that transition into the scene of her eating the strawberry. And then from the strawberry I can flip. If you're wondering what scene packs I'm using for whatever reason, I use my own scene packs. Multi-Scenes XX on Instagram. I also want to use her, like, Wednesday as Enid, because I love those scenes. Honestly, I think they did such a good job for those scenes, especially since they had such a little time to prepare for it. But, like, they got each other's energy so well. Especially, like, Emma pulled off a great Wednesday, but holy shit, Jenna pulled off an amazing Enid. That girl is versatile. I know people complain about like how many things Jenna is in, but genuinely, I think she deserves it so much. She is such a great actress. Like, genuinely, Jenna Ortega and honestly both her and Emma Myers are so talented. It's insane. Actually, speaking of Emma Myers, who I've basically been speaking of the entire edit because this is an Emma Myers edit, I actually presented Emma Myers for my English show and tell, because we had to do a project where we had to like show and tell literally anything, and I chose an edit I did of Pip Fitzamobi, and since, you know, Emma Myers plays Pip Fitzamobi, it ended up basically being a presentation of Emma Myers, and it was great. I'll put that edit up on screen. But it was so funny because like we had to give two like reasons for why we chose what we chose. And so I explained why I chose the edit, and then I said, but also Emma Myers, I feel like that's reason enough. And I do think it's reason enough. It's Emma Myers, bro. I'm gonna spend way too long just searching through scenes. I might skip ahead a little, because, geez, it's gonna take a while. Okay, so this is how the bass is looking. It's like, the fame is a gun and I pull I don't know all the words to this song. But this is how the bass looks so far. Okay, so I like to do this like type in text effect that I may or may not have like taken from well, I didn't exactly take it, but I did draw a lot of inspiration from another editor. So basically I don't feel like fading up the words. I don't feel like doing that, so I'm just gonna have this type in, and then around halfway through I'm gonna have it start to type out. I'm gonna pre-comp my text, add blur. I usually add BCC blur. And when I've already pre-comped it, oh, my hair looks disgusting. Whenever I pre-comped it, I usually have it around 6. Yeah, and then it looks text will play this. So now, to make this more interesting, so it's literally not just words typing in, I will now just add random glitches. What I like to do next is I like to add all of my velocity. My velocity, or Twixtor, or whatever the hell you want to call it, I use time remapping. This is because I'm too lazy to oh, my neck hurts. Hold on. I move a lot when I edit. I can never find a good. I move a lot in general when I'm sitting down, but especially when I'm editing, I can never find a good position. It also doesn't help that I slump a lot. But anyways, I use time remapping because also Control Alt T is the keyboard shortcut. Because I don't want to download plugins. I used Time Warp, like the actual effect that comes with After Effects, for a while. But I don't really love the way it looks, and I can't stretch time very easily. Time remapping allows me to do that. And I don't want to download the Twixtor plugin, and I want to find that. I don't want to find out how to pirate that. Too much work. It's easier just time remap. So I just add the first keyframe and my ending keyframe, and then this is what my value graph looks like. And I do this for all my clips. This is also because I tried to learn how to like the jug style for a little while, and they do a lot of time remapping. So I watched a couple of time remapping tutorials and learned how to do it, and just got used to it. I watched Lauren's like edit with me's, and I watched her do her Twixtor with the Twixtor plugin, and I don't understand what's going on. There's a lot of keyframes that don't make sense to me. And just I got really used to time remapping. I like how much control I have over it. I don't know, I'm justifying myself and my use of time remapping. But here we are. Okay, this clip for a double velocity works really well. Look at it. You can't hear the beat, but that was not an accurate representation of the beats at all. But this clip as a double beat, it works really well. Okay, so this is what my bass looks like now with all of my velocity added. So normally my next course of action would be then to add my zooms, but I have a lot of different clips here and like transitions that I have to do that I'm just gonna go ahead and do the transitions first. So first, here I'm gonna add, I want them all to fade into each other, so I'm gonna add CCY time. And I usually do 2 frames back, 2 frames forward. So, yeah, then it looks like this. And now I'm gonna add my motion tiles. I do 300 by 300 with that is nothing. 300 by 300 with mirror edges, but you do whatever you want. I just want to add some rotation. Let's do like 45. How would that look? It's not bad. I prefer this one. Okay, this is what my graph looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and add radio blur as well and drop it to like maybe a 7. How does that look? Yeah. Go ahead and start on my transitions. So the first transition I have is this one. So I'm gonna add linear wipe 180. So it starts from. No, I want this one to start from the top. Transition starts at 100. And then I have to add my graph. I usually add an in graph, a tight one. I'm not gonna have that like fully at 100% just because of the black. But that might be too tight actually. It should look better. I've done this transition before. It usually looks better after I add my flash in fade out and all that. Also, just as a warning, now that I'm remembering, I tend to add a lot of like flickers and stuff to my edits, like a lot of black flashes and stuff. So if you have any like sensory issues or anything and you think that might bother you, I suggest clicking off, because I'm gonna start adding that, and I add a lot, and sometimes it even strains my eyes. And then I tone it down, but until I turn it down, it's there. Okay, this is what it looks like so far. Doesn't look too cool. That's fine. I need everything else. It's not perfect, but I think it's passable. And also fade in, fade out might save me. Now I want this to, I can't explain myself. If you couldn't notice, I'm a writer and somehow really bad at talking. It's impressive, honestly. I wanted this. So I'm gonna do that for this clip and for this one. Okay, I'm gonna copy something I saw Lauren do in her Riverdale edit, actually. And I'm gonna add an adjustment layer with a mask. I don't know if do I have to invert the mask first? I'm not sure. I think I might. Yeah, I think I have to invert the mask first. And I'm gonna add blur so it focuses on just the clip in the middle. Yeah. I'm gonna feather. Why didn't I feather first? I have to feather this. Like hell. I also have to lower this. Yeah. I think that looks good. Guys, I struggle so much with flips in 3D. I don't know why I did this myself. Okay, I think that looks fine. Pre-comp. Again. Gonna re-enable 3D on this clip. Because now I want to flip. Which way do I want to flip? If I flipped in this way, I want to flip back out that way. No, this way. Yeah. And I want it to overshoot as well. I'm still not entirely sure how I do my overshoot. I just mess with things. I see Lauren do it like this. What if I push up like this? Actually, that might be too tight. I'm gonna de-tighten these. Why am I whispering? Pull this keyframe back. How does that look? I'm gonna up my scale as well, so you can't see the bottom. I upped my scale as well so you couldn't see the bottom of this when it flipped, because I don't want you seeing the black on the bottom. Upped it up to 121. I don't know how to transition back out, so I'm just gonna let it keep going and let the blur and fade and flash do the work for me. I can now start on my zooms. So firstly, I go ahead and add motion tile to everything, except for the clips that don't need, which are clips that have 3D enabled right now. For my zoom in, I like to push out 1 or 2 frames out for the first keyframe, which I put it around 70% for the most part, and then my last keyframe, I put it anywhere from 130 to 160. I tend to adjust a little bit depending on the clip and depending on the vibe. Editing is 99% vibes for me. So that's what it looks like. And then I just copy and paste these keyframes until I decide I want to do a zoom out. Actually, I decided I want to do a zoom out here. Because then this clip right here is zooming out. I'm just going to walk around. You need that clean. So I put this here. It's my little sister, by the way. I'm going to do a zoom out here because then... Sorry, computer. This clip here zooms out, so I think that makes the most sense. And I could do a slight zoom out just to keep this entire clip, this entire like transition clip thing here, this entire composition right here in movement. Talking's hard, so I'm gonna start this off at 70%. Then around the middle, I'm gonna push this up to like 110, and then drop back down to 70. Easy ease, and I use a lot of value graphs. Like a lot. I haven't used speed graphs in forever just because my value graphs I think look better and they're smoother. This is usually what it looks like for a clip that zooms in and then zooms out. This I think should be pulled back in a little more though. Yeah. I like that. So I should actually add motion tile to this. Bring this up to like 145 like I've been doing, or not apparently. 145. I have no idea what hell I was typing. And then drop it here down to like 50, just so it's quicker. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna end up watching this a million times and deciding what I want to do based off that, not based off of any logic. Actually, I kind of like that. I don't like that though. So I might actually bring this back up to 70. Do I like this? I'm gonna say I do like it. I think the issue is this clip here doesn't have a zoom out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And now I just need to add my flash in and fade out and everything else. I swear I like editing. I swear. Okay, I'm gonna start off. Okay, the way I do it is I add 2 adjustment layers to my first clip, especially because for my first clip, I tend to add ripple dissolve because I like the way it looks. And I also tend to push it out for a frame. So I start off with ripple dissolve. And I mess around with my settings a bit. Okay. And then, since I can't do what I want to, I tend to add, I have a preset for a bounce, warp, and a shake, which will hopefully look good on this clip. They don't look too bad. I just need to like adjust my bounce warp keyframes a bit, if I could. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm gonna add it here, but just the shake. Also, I made the bounce warp myself because that's not too hard to make. I did not make the shake myself. I got, I set to delete the warp though. I got the shake from a free giveaway on YouTube for like After Effects presets. I don't remember the video. I don't think it asked for credits, which is why I don't have credits for it. My friend Cass sent it to me. The flash in and blur that I've been using lately is a preset that I made. Just it's only a preset, so it's quicker. I used to use another one that my friend had sent me, one of my mutuals on TikTok. But now I use my own, and it's BCC blur at 70, and this is what my graph looks like, kind of. And then it's brightness and contrast at around 25. I alter it depending on the clip and the edit and how dark they are. But I also mess around with the... Also, it's BCC, brightness and contrast. and I mess around with my graphs a little. Again, it depends on the clip. And then my fade out is exposure keyframes down to usually around -4.5, and this is what my graphs look like. That's what I do for basically every edit. And then I just put it on an adjustment layer, copy paste, and adjust the keyframes and graphs depending on the clip. Okay, so this is what it looks like with my flash and fade out. I actually really like this so far. All I need now is just like, well, all my other effects. There's gonna be a lot of flashes now and stuff, but I think it looks really cool. Okay, so I like to add 2 black frames, and then do this, then do black shutters. Actually, that might be too much. And then I'll add, and then I do the shutters here, and then I add a second black frame over here. Actually, I want to do my bounce warp here as well. Actually, if I go into warp transform, it might be cool. Scale X. Go in and then go out. Okay, I'll be back with the finished product, but that's pretty much it for today. I'm basically almost done in 2 hours. It's gonna be hell to edit. I'm gonna hate editing this. Like this YouTube video, I'm gonna hate editing this. I'll be back in a little bit. Who isn't watching us? Famous gun and I pointed blind. I don't want copyright. Alright, so that's the finished video for today. I have no idea when the hell this is going up. I don't know when the hell I'm gonna have energy to actually edit this YouTube video. I don't know if it's gonna come out by like next week or by next month. I don't know, it entirely depends on my schedule and how I feel. But it's been fun. I hope you enjoyed watching me edit. Bye, till next time.